TIL NBC offered a role to James Gandolfini to replace Michael Scott on The Office, but HBO paid him $3 million to not take the role. According to Imperioli and Sharaipa, it was during this time that HBO made an offer for Gandolfini to appear on the series. The Sopranos star speculated that HBO did not want Gandolfini to appear on the sitcom either to maintain the legacy of The Sopranos or because Gandolfini was working on the HBO limited series A Night of at the time. Gandolfini shot the pilot to the series with Riz Ahmed before he passed away. John Turturro stepped in after Gandolfini's death, or because Gandolfini was working on the HBO limited series A Night of at the time. Gandolfini shot the pilot to the series with Riz Ahmed before he passed away. John Turturro stepped in after Gandolfini's death. Oh wow, never knew that. The Night of ended up being a pretty good miniseries BTW. Yeah, I'll have the part of Michael Scott's replacement, continuing to be a mafioso on the side. If the mafioso role does not come on the side, I will send it back. I want $3 million, for doing nothing, not taking the role. If it comes taken, I will send it back. So he would have been in the episode of Stars interviewing for manager? That would have been awesome. I couldn't see Gandolfini as Bob Kazimakis, but I'm sure they would have changed the character to his fit style and personality. Damn, The Night of is a top 3 miniseries for me. Turturro killed it, but duck me if I'm not curious for what could have been. The way he motivated Robert Patrick at the sporting goods business, I think he would have made an excellent manager. Why not just buy The Office? It became a massive hit on Reddit years later and now I'm seeing The Office references. That's a pretty boss-ass move for an actor. Lol. Motherfucker was getting paid even for the roles he didn't take. XD. Then that office would have gotten calls to print menus and shipping manifests. Oh, Flower doesn't get here alone. TBH, a weird casting, but it could have also been hilarious. I bet they'd throw blatant Sopranos references. He would have been brilliant in that role. Probably much closer to the harsher English version. Wish I could get paid $3 million to not work. I'm out here doing it for free like a chump. The Office ladies just proved that an offer was made. But take that with a grain of salt. They could have just paid me to not take the role. I would have done it for half that. Wasn't it because he was casted for The Night of but passed away before filming? Would have given People Go Missing in the Finger Lakes a whole new meaning. Lol, HBO didn't want Tony Soprano forever associated with The Office, I guess. Then HBO got ripped off. I would have agreed not to take the role for $2.5 million. He didn't want to be part of that pygmy thing they have over in Scranton. I want the gabagool. If it comes out without the ghoul, I send it back. They wasted their money. I would have not taken the role for $2 million. Would have been interesting, but Michael Scott really defined that role. That would have been hilarious. In an alternate reality it happened. So how would the gabagool scene play out if this came to fruition? Kevin Finnerty, office manager Dunder Mifflin Scranton. I like it. They paid him a lot for us to always see in one way. It paid off. Maybe he wouldn't take the Rome trip and not die if that happened. All I know is that he never had the makings of a varsity athlete. I just imagine Tony laid back, feet on the desk, smoking a cigar. HBO, let me tell you a couple of 3 things. $1 million. 2M. $3 million. The 2 greatest performances in the history of television. Emo. Stringer Bell took the job for a while. Why not Tony Soprano? Oscar. He can be in our social club. That much I do know. I wish someone would pay me $3 million to not do something. He had more range than many realize. It could have worked. The Angelo Grotti episode would have gone much differently. I saw the show. That was real. I thought it was bullshit. Michael Scott never had the makings of a varsity athlete. The Scranton Strangler makes a whole lot more sense now. What? They didn't pay me anything to not take the role. I would have loved to see it. Gandolfini was so good. If the sauce is not on the side, I will send it back.